What's up, guys? Right before this video starts, I want to say thank you to Team Innovation YGO. Thank you very much for this guest upload, and let's begin. Guys, what's up? Ryan from Random Games here today. YCS Sydney has officially ended. First place was Full Power Pepe. Second place was Full Power Pepe. Third place was Cosmos, I think it was. And then you had more Pepe decks to fall after that. Right now, at this moment, at 3:30 p.m. on a Sunday, yeah, today's Sunday, there's no official list of all the decks that topped, but there's like a more or less get an idea. The only Mermill deck that I saw when I kept looking for Mermill decks was top 32, which is okay, but not that good to show the full, the power. Having almost full power Mermills, almost, sans the Deep Sea Diva. But yeah, I'm going to be talking to you about what did YCS Sydney show about the format changes that took place during this format, during the Breakers of Shadow, and what's the state of the meta is right now, and to prepare your butts if you're going to try to enter a big scale tournament, big tier tournament, a regional, anything. So right now, the most important thing is it's all pendulum based. The whole format is pendulum based. It's all just pendulums everywhere. Full Power Pepe is ridiculously consistent, ridiculously just good. They search a decent amount, but it's mostly special summoning, mostly that rank 4 toolbox they have, the infinity option they have. They're just really good, especially when they're trying to combo in Ariadne, the Absolver, or guiding Ariadne guiding, whatever the name is in TCG. They're triple searching Solemn Strike in the first turn, and I've seen fields first turn of Pepe with triple Solemn Strike on the field and one Cyber Infinity. So it's really difficult to beat the person first turn if that's their field. Second, Mermills. They need a lot of tweaking in order to get anywhere right now in this meta. Yes, we have 3 Neptibus, and I love Neptibus to death, but it's just not doing it. Pepe is just ridiculously consistent, and Mermills are a glass cannon. Everybody who plays Mermills, anybody who plays Mermills can tell you, if the combos do not start within the first 2 turns, or you're just dead drawing and you draw no Mermills in the first 2 turns, you're mostly going to lose the duel. If you draw nothing to take out Neptibus, and you have no Mermills already in your hand, it's going to be a really hard duel, and you'll probably lose. If your combos don't start in the first few turns, if your first turn, if you don't go first, and if you go first, you're going to have an issue. You always want to go second with Mermills. Third, Cosmos are just not that good anymore. You can see it from the prices of the cards, from Farmer Girl going to like $14 now, $13, to Tin Can being $2 now at the time of this video, which is like 3:22 p.m. on a Sunday. And it's just not that good. I have a lot of friends who actually invested so much money and time to Cosmos and bragging about Cosmos, and then a week later they just switch to Pendulum, switch to Magicians, switch to Pepe, and they don't use that anymore. They don't use Cosmos anymore. They just sold their deck and that's it. A lot of friends have been doing that I know of, and now they're running this Pendulum stuff. Very important that we have to do, which is number 4, we need to negate monster effects. If you can negate monster effects, you're gonna win the duel for Pepe. The problem is, Monarchs are not out yet, so a lot of people are not running the Vanities Fiends or anything like that, or Majesty Fiend. Nobody's running them right now. If you can run those cards, you'll have an extremely good time of destroying the deck. Because Pepe, I've seen a duel where Pepe hit, it was some guy facing Pepe, and the guy activated Skill Drain. The next few turns, Pepe lost. They summoned the Joker, didn't have an effect. They summoned the Sorcerer, didn't have an effect. They didn't have anything. They couldn't do anything on the field. XYZ summon, who gives a crap, because they're negated. So really important thing to take into account, that monster effects are everything in this format, especially with Pendulums. Which is why Ultimate Providence is like a really good card right now. That hopefully, depending on the deck you're using, it's just a really good card. You're gonna get your traps, you're gonna get especially monster effects, because it's obvious you always have a monster in your hand. Whatever deck you're running, except Infernities, you always have a monster in your hand. It's more common than a spell or a trap. Well, spells are common too, but you understand what I'm saying. I guess at part 2 of this video, since I don't make it too long, it's cards to invest in. I guess you can call this episode 2 in a sub episode 2 of, I heard you want to be pendulums, but cards to invest in, twin twisters. Please! Twin twisters are so good! Especially in certain decks like BA. You just discard any card from your hand and you pop 2 spell traps in the field. It's so good, guys. It's so good. They want to do Wavering Eyes. Do Wavering Eyes if you want, but you just lost a card because I'm doing twin twisters, and that's it. It's a really good card to main. Really good card. A lot of people don't like maining it, so that's fine, but it's a really good card to main. Anti-Spell Fragrance is a really good card to use inside or in the main. In the main, you be careful because you can't use your quick play cards. You can only use them as normal spell cards, because in the wording you cannot activate in the opponent's turn, only in your turn. So quick plays are just regular spell cards. MST is only in your turn. So please keep that in mind. Try not to misplay or anything like that, because a lot of people don't realize it when it's not you, your pro. They're in real life and they flip MST, they flip Twin Twister in opponent's turn, and you can't do that. So be careful with that. Effect Veilers, really good, except since Effect Veilers came out, really good. Then they dropped out of existence, then came back for Necros, then they dropped out of existence when Magic Spreaders came in, and it came back for Pendulums, for Pepes. You want to stop that Performer Pal Joker. You want to stop that Performer Pal Pendulum Sorcerer. You want to stop them. Now, if they know you're running Effect Veilers, there's going to be an issue because they might pull out Joker just to fake it and then do their play. But usually Joker starts off the shenanigans. Joker starts off everything. Sorcerer needs to be negated. If you don't negate Sorcerer, you might as well lose the match, because Sorcerer is the one that actually pushes the army forward and OTKs you, or just locks you out of everything. So it's really important to take that into account. Things like Dimensional Fissure, anything that banishes from the graveyard out of play, really good. Mask Hero, I've seen a lot of people taking Mask Hero Dark Law with the mask change to second. Guys, do what you gotta do. It's a really good deck. BAs, you want to put in Dark Law, throw the freaking Dark Law in there. Any other deck like that, just throw Dark Law in there. Or Dimensional Fissure is really good right now. Microcosmos, it really depends on your deck. It really depends on your deck. But Microcosmos is good as well. The problem is, with Pepes, as long as they have their play on the field, they don't care what they tributed or sent to an extra deck to get banished. They don't care. But if you have a decent, amount of defensive traps or whatever, or I don't know, anything you want, then every time they use Sorcerer or whatever, those cards will be banished and it can help you out. But it's an iffy card, the whole Dimensional Fissure Macrocosmos thing. Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit, extremely good card to invest in. I didn't get to do a video when they were like $30 a pop, $35 a pop, $37 a pop. Now, I mean, I sold them a couple of days ago, and they were like 70. So right now they're expensive again. But if you can get like a hold of Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit, they're really good. You can put Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbits in spellbook decks also, and they're really good. They stop some of the scales. They stop Sorcerer. They stop Joker. They stop a lot of plays. They stop Infinity. They won't negate it, but they'll stop Infinity if you activate one of the effects for Infinity. You just do it, pop, and you pop Infinity, because that's good too. And another small card is Pendulum Storm. I advise people only to run Pendulum Storm in non-pendulum decks. Totally up to you, like I said. But in non-pendulum decks, it destroys all scales on the field, and you can destroy. I think it's destroy a spell trap that your opponent has. So that's really good. That's basically an automatic destruction of 2 scales and 1 back row. So that's really good. I think that's really good. So guys, this was, I guess you can call it episode 2 of So You Want to Be Pendulums, mixed with YCS format roundup of YCS Sydney. For those of you who asked me for spellbook videos, I'm tweaking spellbooks like crazy. But the problem is I'm trying to make them competitive to face Pepe, and it's really difficult right now. And I've been tweaking. You can even ask some of my friends and some subscribers. It's just really difficult right now. But let's see what happens. I mean, I'm still tweaking everything I have to make them, so I will have pendulum decks, spellbook decks for you soon. But for now, RAIDEN Dark Games, I'm signing out.